She comes up, it's Baptism from How to Read Literature Like a Professor by Thomas Foster. Quick question, I'm walking down the road and suddenly I fall into a pond. What happens? You drown? Thanks for the vote of confidence. Or you don't. That pretty much covers it. Now what does it mean? Does it really mean anything either way? I mean, if you drown, you drown. If you get out, maybe it means you can swim. Fair enough. For characters in a novel, though, the case is different. What does it mean if he drowns or if he doesn't drown? Have you ever noticed how often literary characters get wet? Some drown, some merely get drenched, and some bob to the surface. What difference does it make? First of all, let's take care of the obvious. You can fall into the water in an instant from a bridge that gives way, for instance, or you can be pushed, pulled, dragged, tripped, or tipped over, all of which have their own meanings, of course, and can be taken quite literally. Beyond that, drowning or not has profound plot implications, as do the means by which a character does or doesn't drown. But back to our soggy character. Is he rescued? Does he swim out, grab a piece of driftwood, rise up and walk? Each of those would imply something different on the symbolic level. For instance, rescue might suggest passivity, good fortune, indebtedness. The piece of driftwood raises issues of luck and coincidence, serendipity rather than planning. Remember the situation that begins Judith Guest's Ordinary People from 1976. So you know the deal. Two brothers go out sailing on Lake Michigan, a storm comes up and one of them drowns and one doesn't. Now, the story works because it's the older, stronger son, the swimming star, an apple of his mother's eye, the one who never dies except in family tragedies and war stories, who perishes. The younger one, Conrad, the one who would never survive, survives. And he's tortured by the success at living to the point where he tries to kill himself. Why? He can't be alive. It's impossible. His brother was stronger and didn't make it, so weakling Conrad has to be dead too, except he's not. And what he has to learn through his sessions with the psychiatrist is that he was stronger. He may not have been the athlete his brother was, but in the moment of crisis, he had the tenacity or luck to hang onto the boat and not be swept away, and now he'll just have to learn to live with it. This learning to live with business turns out to be hard, since everyone from the swimming coach to the kids at school to his mother seems to think that he's the wrong one still to be here. At this point, you're probably saying, yeah, he's alive, so... Exactly. He's not just alive, he's alive all over again. Not only should he have died out in that storm, we can say that in a sense he did die, that the Conrad we meet in the book is not the same Conrad we would have met before the storm, and I don't just mean in terms of Heraclitus that you can't step into the same river twice, although that's part of it. Heraclitus, who lived around 500 BC, composed a number of adages, what are called his apothegms of change, all of which tell us that everything is changing at every moment, that the movement of time causes ceaseless change in the cosmos. The most famous of those sayings is that one cannot step into the same river twice. He uses a river to suggest that constantly shifting nature of time. All the little bits and pieces that were floating by a moment ago are somewhere else now and floating at different rates from each other. But that's not only what I have in mind here about Conrad. True, when he tries to be rescued from the lake and when he steps back to the stream of his life, everything has shifted and changed, but there's a more violent change in the universe where he's concerned, which is what? He's reborn. See this in symbolic terms. A young man sails away from his known world, dies out of one existence, and comes back a new person, hence is reborn.